Happy Tuesday, everyone. Okay, so I want to go over this week's announcements and reminders. Um, so the first thing that I wanted to cover is to ensure that you all are reviewing the course syllabus and taking a look at the calendar. So it's been revised. That was revised shortly after Harvey, and so that was sent out to everyone. And if not, there's also I believe that there is a copy attached to one of the announcements that was posted shortly after the storm. So make sure that you take a look at the course syllabus. And the other thing is, after the announcements are posted, it's also emailed to everyone. On occasion, students will disable the announcements in terms of receiving them via email or being able to receive them or view them in their account. So just make sure that you've turned on the notification with regards to the announcement, so that way that you receive them every time they're posted. And so the point of the announcements is just to make sure that everyone is on the same page and aware of any possible changes, what's due that week, anything that pertains to the course. So it's imperative that y'all have access to this information, okay? Alrighty, so next is our discussion board. So IDB 6, this week's topic is organizing resources. And so you can find that in your individual learning communities. Please remember to post early and often. And so the earlier that you post, the less stressful it will be in terms of getting your final responses in by the conclusion of the discussion board. And so we're back on a normal rotation in terms of the 1 week rotation. Week 5 was a little bit it was a few days last week and then also a few days this week in terms of the beginning of the week. So it was kind of a weird week, and we've been kind of a little bit out of whack due to trying to catch up after the storm. But we're back on a normal 1 week rotation. Okay. So yes, you can find IDB 6 in your individual learning communities, and so your initial the initial posting for the video initiators, that's due by Wednesday, tomorrow, and then all final written responses are due by Saturday. Okay. Upcoming assignments. So I'm going to go there. So with the upcoming assignments, APA Quiz 4, that is due by October the 1st, okay, by 11:59 on October the 1st. And so I've had a couple of students who have already completed the quiz, and I've gotten a few emails about some of the questions on the quiz, and I'll be sure to take a look at those. And if there are any issues or discrepancies in terms of the answers on the quizzes, those questions will probably be thrown out. Okay, so that will not affect your grade in any way. You'll be graded just on the questions that remain on the quiz. But I've had a couple of students to contact me about that. So, so if that's the case, you may see that your quiz grades will change. And if it does that, that's the reason why. Okay. Okay, so LR assignment 3. So I'm going to go over LR assignment 3 and LR assignment 4 because it may cause a little bit of confusion. But with LR assignment 3, that pertains to the front matter of the literature review. Okay, and so that assignment will be due on the 30th. Okay, of this month. And the front matter of the literature review, that pertains to your introduction, your purpose statement, your research questions, and you may be asking, well, why not the abstract? Well, the abstract, although it's physically located in the beginning of the literature review, it's typically not written or completed until after the literature review has been done. Okay, so you write your abstract after you've written your literature review, after you've written your paper, because it contains information, it's a summary of the overall document. And so, so the abstract is going to be a part of the back matter of the literature review, which that assignment will happen towards the end of this semester. But for now, the assignment pertains to you developing the front matter. So again, that's introduction, research questions, purpose statement, theoretical framework. So make sure you take a look at the rubric, which has directions there. Also, your readings up to this point also cover the front matter of the literature review. So anything that was in the initial chapter of Cresswell, Mackey and McAvoy, or any of your other readings. So any of your early readings, those readings should pertain to the front matter of the literature review. Okay. So LR assignment 4. So prepare a draft of the literature review for peer review. And so typically within a literature review, I'm going to put an example up in the week 6 folder as well of the literature review. But typically within a literature review, there are a number of topics, which we also call constructs, that are covered in a literature review. Okay, so various topics or constructs that pertain to the overarching topic that you are studying, okay, or that you're researching. And so for the purpose of this paper, okay, you will be writing on a topic, okay, or a construct. So you focus on a topic or a construct for the purpose of this paper. And this will be a draft that you're going to prepare for peer review. And so the draft that you're preparing for your peer will be for a peer within your learning community. Okay. So the assignment will exist. There is an assignment that's located in your week 6 folder. So I want you to upload your LR4 to that folder. That way I know that it's completed. Okay. But then you will also email a copy of your draft to your peer. And so I'm going to create a way in Blackboard that you can identify where you can identify who your peer is, so that way I know who you're working with. Okay. I may also ask you to email me that information, but hopefully we can streamline the process and there will be a way for you to identify that via Blackboard. So that assignment is not due until October the 7th. So you have a couple of weeks to work on that. Okay. So that's not due until October the 7th. And so it does mention 10 sources. Okay. I've had some questions about that already. And so I know that you have a couple sources from your first assignment, 4 sources from your second assignment, for a total of 6 sources. And so what I'm asking for are 10 additional sources. So 10 sources in addition to the 6 that you've already developed, okay, or that you've already found for your first 2 assignments. So that's for a total of 16 sources should be a part of this LR assignment 4, okay. So let's see here. Word collection notebook. So we're moving on to the next item. Word collection notebook. You've been capturing information on scholarly writing, academic writing, whether it's verbiage or phrases or words that will help to enhance your writing. So continue to capture this information and collect this information, as you will have to submit your word collection notebook at the end of the semester. Okay, at the conclusion of the semester. The only reading for this week is chapter 3 of Mackey and McAvoy, and so that's available in the week 6 folder. Okay. And then your prep activity for this week, which is not for a grade, your prep activity for this week is on search skills. Okay, and so and this is in preparation for week 7, and so it's a good personal reflection exercise in that you're having to take a look at how are you searching for information, which is important because you're having to have an outline. You know, how are you finding resources? How are you locating information? And so search skills goes to you know, kind of your plan for finding information and resources that for topics that you're interested in or that you're conducting a study about. So it's really helpful to kind of generate some ideas in terms of how you're searching for information. So that's what the prep activity is going to help you with for week 7. And then of course virtual office hours. So you know, I am so glad that y'all have been contacting me whether you have a question about the course or questions about, assignments for the class, or if you have concerns of any kind, issues with accessing assignments or aspects of Blackboard, please contact me. So that way I can do the best that I can to assist you with the course and kind of get ahead of any issues or concerns that you may have. So I welcome you all contacting me. I love interacting with you all. And again, if you have any questions about the course or any concerns, let me know. Okay. So I will see you all this Saturday at the cohort meeting. I look forward to putting faces to names and spending some time with y'all Saturday. Okay. All right. Look forward to seeing you. Have a great week. Bye.